Hey up, welcome back. So I've got this Lumberjack track saw, well, plunge cut track saw to take a look at today. Just a little bit of information on it before we get it unboxed. You can see it's a 1200 watt motor. No load speed is 5200 RPM. Blade size, not side, the blade size is 165. I think it's 2.6 mil thick, and I'm guessing the internal bore size is 20 mil. The max cut is 55 mil deep at a 90-degree angle, and it's 42 mil at 45 cut. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll get it unboxed. I'll give you a closer look at it, all the features and everything. Then we'll get a test start, and then after that I'll let you know any pros, cons, and what I think of it. Right, so I've got it out of the box. First thoughts are, it's pretty hefty. It's really well built from what I can see at the minute. There's not much plastic in the construction of like the base and everything. Everything seems to be solid. Very well, hardly any movement in it whatsoever, which is pretty impressive. Now, just a few things. As you can see, it's got the Allen key for doing your blade changes. Now, to do the blade changes, you can see this piece on the handle. If you look here, there's a right little pin, and you can just see it moving out, which locks it in, and right down in there there's like a little hook piece. I'm trying to find it. It's very difficult to see, but when you push that down like that, you can then lift this this up, and it locks it into place so that you can have access to change your blade. And there's also this button here which locks your blade in place, stops it from spinning. So that is the blade change. Now, as for the plunge mechanism, this releases your plunge. As you can see, it lifts that piece up and allows you to do the plunge, which all works really well. You've got your extraction, which can go in any direction. These are the other things that actually came with, in the box. So this is like a little extra, which it's nice if you need it. So as we turn it around a bit more, you can see your depth stop adjuster, which it's got your A and B on it. Your A is obviously for the depth when you're not using the rail, and the B is your depth for when you're using the rail. You've also got your angle for your 45-degree cuts, or whatever cut you need to go up to, which holds it really securely. You've got one at each side. Now that they are loosened up, you can see you've got a good tilt on there, which we will test out when we come to the test part of this review. But that looks pretty much it up to now. Oh, I did forget to mention these little adjusters here. These are for when you put it on the actual rail itself. You can snug, take any play out of the rail using these two little locking things. We'll get the rail set up. We'll take a look at that now, and then we'll get some testing done. Right, this is the rail. Comes in two sections. Both of these are 700 mil long a piece. Does also come with an Allen key. If you look on this side, you've got your bar what connects both rails together. So I'll get it connected together now, and then I'll bring you back and let you see what it's like all connected. Right, that is the rail put together. It's just 4 Allen keys on this bar to attach it. It did fit together nicely, and I put a straight edge on the back and it is straight. Although, I mean, I don't know how well it's, yeah, getting a little bit of flex in it. It possibly would be better if there was more than one thing holding it in, but it is flat. It's and it's in line. Also, I will mention you can actually use a Makita or a Festool. It is compatible with them tracks. I believe Milwaukee and DeWalt might be the same sort of track as well, and Evolution. All them tracks you can use this on. So if you've got your own track, you know, you can easily extend it. But yeah, what we need to do now is we need to, what they say, marry it to the track. So I need to get a bit of scrap wood, set this up, and this rubber lip on this edge, we actually cut a piece of that off on the first cut, and then it marries it to the saw. So then whenever you've got a pencil mark, you can just put this directly up to your pencil mark, and you know you're going to cut it bang on the line that you need. So I'll get a piece of wood set up, we'll get ready for doing some testing. Just want to quickly mention something that I forgot. You have got, if you're not using the track, you have got a little guide to show you where, you know, to cut on your line. So if you're just cutting a 90, you put it to this line here. If you're cutting a 45, you use this one. Just noticed that, so I thought I'd better let you know. So yeah, we'll get it set up and get some testing done now. Right, for the first cut, I've actually put the clamps on it that will provide, you know, that came with the track. So this cut is gonna cut some of this plastic, this rubber edging off, and it's gonna marry it to the saw. So yeah, here we go. This is the first cut. I'm gonna get it off of the edge so I can trim it all down. Alright, so that has married the track to the saw. Oh. You also saw how much sawdust it actually kicked out. So on the next pass, what I'm going to do is I've got this 18 volt Ryobi shop vac, which I'm going to couple up to it, and we'll see what a difference you know, having just a little dust extractor on it makes. Right, this time I've not got the track clamped down. I wanted to see, you know, it does stick relatively well, so we'll see if there is actually any movement or if it runs off when I do this cut. And like I said, I've got my dust extractor coupled up this time, so we'll see if it makes a little bit less mess. So yeah, let's go straight into it. Yeah, so as you saw, a lot less mess using the extractor. Did work really well. As for the rail, it didn't feel like it slipped at all. I will just grab a straight edge and see what this cut looks like, and that looks pretty perfect. I will just bring you in, let you have a look at this. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but that is perfect cut. Really nice as well. There's no furries on it, or it is just a really nice cut. I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest with you. So we'll test out the 45-degree cut now and see what they match up like. Right, we'll try the 45-degree cut out now. Now the only problem I'm finding up to now is you do have to kind of hold it into the track. It's wanting to tip over. There's nothing that actually like stops it from tipping over, unless I'm missing something that I've not seen, but it doesn't look like there's anything, which I think with this having a little lip under here, it could have possibly been easy to just make something that, you know, twisted out under here. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll give it a go and see what it cuts like. Right, I turn that around. Oh well, that is actually quite impressive. In fact, I need to bring you in closer to look at that. I'm really impressed with that, to be fair. Right, I'll just show you that. Look at that, that fits up perfect. That is such a good cut. I'm really impressed with that. I'll turn this board over and let you have a try and get a better look at that, because that is pretty good. Right, there we go. There's a better shot of it. As you can see, that's matched up pretty well, although I do need a little bit of practice. That obviously my first cut, it's not quite, I think I had it set just slightly over 45, because if you look at that, it's looking in a little bit, but that's just a little bit of fine tuning, probably a mistake on my behalf. Maybe, I don't know, if you look at this, it's actually showing 0 just a little bit past it, so if I set it, I might have gone a little bit over 45 degrees on the setting. It might not be the best reading, you know, to get it bang on, but the cut, you can't grumble at that cut. That is fantastic. So I've got one more thing that I need to do with it, which is the main reason why I wanted one of these saws. Is I'm just in the middle of my bathroom renovation, tiling the floor, and my sliding door that I fitted is slightly too long, so I need to get it now and trim a little piece off of the bottom of the sliding door. Just before I do the door, I realised I didn't actually show you the 90-degree cut. This is the first cut that I did, and as you can see, that's nice and square. Thought I'd best show you that. Right, so as you can see, I've got my door set up now. Just need to trim a little bit off of the bottom. So this is 35mm thick. I've set it at just over 35mm. So yeah, let's give it a go. See what it's like at cutting something a little bit thicker. Yeah, looks like it's done a nice job. I did put the clamps on. I can see just like a little bit of furry on bottom edge, but it's not bad at all. So that is the Lumberjack plunge cut track saw. I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest. You know, it's a solid construction, full steel or metal cast base. Plenty of power in it, does a lovely straight cut. It does what you want it to do. Pros on it is, well, one of the main pros is the price of it. It's 120 quid at the moment, which I think it's worth every penny of that. I was impressed. Yeah, I'll say I was impressed with it. Did really nice cut. There's a couple of cons. Maybe the track, it works. It's really, it does what it's supposed to do. But if it can have a little bit of flex with it only having one place where it's connected. I didn't find it to be an issue, but some people might find that an issue. The other one was the angle on here. I set it to what I thought was 45, but it turned out that it was slightly more than 45, as you saw. It's not really a con. It's now that I've done one of the cuts like that, I know now to adjust it slightly different, and then I should get a better cut. But overall, the functionality of it, everything works as it should, and I'm really impressed with it for a budget plunge cut track saw. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say to it. So I'd like to thank Lumberjack Tools for sending this out. Really appreciate it. It's going to come in so useful for some of the projects that I've got lined up. And I'm kind of wishing that I'd got one sooner. But yeah, hope you found this video helpful. If you did, remember, consider subscribing, maybe drop a like. If you're into DIY, you might be interested in some of my other videos as well. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.